Today, we are talking about something that controls your thoughts, your words, your relationships, your success, and even your peace of mind. Something so powerful that if you don't learn to manage it, it will destroy everything you're trying to build. That something is your emotions. You've felt it before. That one argument that ruined your entire day. That one insult that echoed in your head for hours. That one small disappointment that triggered a storm inside you and made you say or do something you regret. We've all been there, because emotions are not small, they are powerful. But here's the truth. You are not weak for having emotions. You are only weak if you let them control your life. This video is not about becoming emotionless. This is not about pretending to be strong. This is about becoming emotionally intelligent, emotionally disciplined, and emotionally powerful. And I'm going to show you 10 psychological, practical, and real-life lessons that can help you do exactly that, starting today. And if you're learning English, this video will help you even more, because every word you hear, every sentence you understand, every powerful idea you learn, it's training your brain to think in English. You're not just becoming emotionally stronger. You're becoming fluent, confident, and clear. So don't leave halfway. Watch till the end. And if you want more videos that improve your life and your English, hit subscribe right now and become part of something powerful. Lesson 1. Understand the root of emotion. If you truly want to control your emotions, this is where you begin. Don't fight your emotions. Understand them. Most people try to suppress their feelings. They tell themselves, I shouldn't be angry. I shouldn't feel this jealous. I shouldn't be sad. But the more you fight a feeling, the more it fights back. Because your emotions are not your enemy. They are messengers. Every emotion is a signal. Anger usually hides pain or injustice. Jealousy often hides insecurity or comparison. Fear hides vulnerability or lack of preparation. Sadness hides grief, loss, or unmet expectations. When you feel something strong, instead of reacting blindly, pause and ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Because most of the time, your emotional explosion is not about the current moment. It's about something deeper, something older, something you've been carrying. Imagine a man shouting at his colleague for forgetting to send a file. But in reality, he's not angry at the file. He's angry at how disrespected he feels. Because for years, he was ignored in his family. Every small mistake now feels like another proof that he doesn't matter. See? The real emotion isn't about now. It's about the past. And the story he told himself. That's what you need to understand. You don't just feel emotions. You carry them. And if you don't deal with the root, they will explode at the wrong time, on the wrong people. So how do you apply this in your life? Here's a step-by-step approach. 1. Label the emotion. Say it clearly. I feel angry. I feel ignored. I feel anxious. Naming it weakens it. It creates space between you and it. 2. Ask where it's coming from. Is it from this moment? Or is it connected to a past wound, a fear, a disappointment? 3. Don't judge it. Just observe it like a scientist. Interesting. I get angry when I feel unimportant. 4. Express it in a safe way. Write it. Speak it calmly. Move your body. Cry if needed. But don't bottle it up or throw it at someone else. If you don't understand the root of your emotion, you will. Blame people who don't deserve it. Break relationships that could be healed. Hurt yourself over and over again. But once you understand it, you take back control. You stop being the victim of your feelings, and you start becoming the master of your responses. That's the first step to emotional freedom. Lesson 2. Don't react. Observe. You are not weak because someone triggered you. You are weak when you let that trigger control your actions. Think about this. Someone insults you. Someone ignores you. Someone says something unfair. Or life hits you with a problem you didn't expect. What do? If you react instantly, with anger, shouting, complaining, crying, you give your power away. But if you observe and wait, you gain clarity. You gain strength. And most importantly, you gain control. Why do we react so fast? Because we are emotionally wired to protect ourselves. It's human nature. When something hurts or scares us, the brain sends a signal to fight, run, or freeze. That's called the emotional brain, the amygdala. It's fast, automatic, and intense. But here's the problem. The emotional brain is powerful, but it's not wise. It doesn't think about long-term consequences. It doesn't understand peace. It doesn't care about your relationships or your dreams. It just wants you to protect yourself. Now. So, if someone says one bad word, the emotional brain says, yell back, insult them, prove them wrong. And if you follow that voice, you lose. You may win the argument, but you lose your peace, your respect, and your focus. What's the solution? Train your observing mind. The observing mind is the wise part of you, the calm part, the part that sees everything but chooses carefully. The observing mind says, this is just a feeling. I don't need to act on it. Let me wait before I respond. What is the best response for my long-term peace? And here's the truth most people never understand. The longer you wait to respond, the stronger you become. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who worked in a restaurant. One day, a rich customer started shouting at him because the order was delayed. The young man felt angry. He wanted to shout back. His body was shaking. His emotions were ready to explode. But instead of reacting, he paused. He took 3 deep breaths. He said nothing, just observed. Later, the manager told him, "You handled that with maturity." The next month, the same manager promoted him. Why? Because the ability to stay calm when it's hard is rare. It's powerful. And it shows that you are not controlled by emotions. You are in control of them. 1. Breathe before you speak. When emotions rise, take 3 deep breaths. This activates the thinking part of your brain and calms the emotional storm. 2. Say to yourself, "This is temporary. I will not react. I will respond wisely." 3. Buy time. Say, "Let me get back to you in a moment." Or, "Give me a minute to think." You don't have to answer anyone immediately, unless it's an emergency. 4. Journal it. If something triggers you emotionally, write it down. What happened? What did I feel? What can I learn? Because reacting is easy. Anyone can shout. Anyone can argue. But observing is strength. The most powerful person is not the loudest. It's the one who responds, not reacts. When you observe instead of react, you become harder to manipulate. You protect your mental energy. You stay focused on your goals. You feel proud of your maturity. And most importantly, you build peace. And peace is the highest success. Lesson 3. Cognitive restructuring. Reframe your thoughts. This is one of the most powerful tools in psychology. It's called cognitive restructuring, and it can change your life. Let me explain it in simple words. Your emotions are not created by situations. They are created by how you interpret those situations. It's not what happens to you. It's what you tell yourself about what happens to you. That inner story, that mental voice, creates your feelings. For example, you see your friend talking to someone else and not noticing you. You instantly feel hurt. You tell yourself, she's ignoring me. Maybe she doesn't care about me anymore. Now you feel emotional pain, maybe jealousy, maybe anger. But what if you had a different thought? She's probably busy, maybe she didn't see me. I'll talk to her later, no big deal. Now your emotions are different. You feel calm, you feel patient. See the difference? The same situation. Two different thoughts. Two different emotional reactions. This is the core of cognitive restructuring. Change the story in your mind, and you'll change how you feel. Most people don't even question their thoughts. They just believe them. Not all your thoughts are true. Some are distorted. Some are exaggerated. Some are from childhood. Some are based on fear, not facts. Your job is to catch those thoughts, question them, and restructure them. Catch the thought. Pause and ask, what exactly am I telling myself? Challenge the thought. Ask, is this 100% true? Is this helpful? What's another way to look at it? Choose a better thought. Replace it with something more balanced, calm, or realistic. Situation. You made a small mistake at work. Old thought. I'm so stupid. I always mess up. Emotion. Shame, guilt, anxiety. New thought. Everyone makes mistakes. This is a chance to learn and grow. Emotion. Calm, motivated. Do you see the power in that? One thought brings you down. Another thought lifts you up. Your emotions follow your thoughts. So train your thoughts. Whenever you feel a strong emotion, pause. Write down what happened. Write the thought you had. Write 2 alternative ways to think about it. Choose the one that brings you peace and growth. This technique is used by top psychologists, athletes, entrepreneurs, and even monks. Because they understand, the most powerful skill in life is not changing the world. It's changing the way you think. You don't need a perfect life to feel better. You just need a strong mind that knows how to reframe every situation wisely. And once you learn this, your emotions will no longer control you. You will control them. Lesson 4. Train your thoughts daily. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your mental habits. If you want to control your emotions, then you must understand this truth. Your emotions follow your thoughts. If you think you're a failure, you'll feel hopeless. If you think you're not loved, you'll feel broken. If you think people are against you, you'll feel defensive, angry, or insecure. But if you start changing your thoughts, your emotions will change automatically. Emotions don't come from outside. They come from inside. And your thoughts are the source. You may not be able to control every situation, but you can train your mind every single day. Because your mind is like a wild horse. If you don't train it, it will throw you off. You have to guide your thoughts like a trainer guides an animal. With daily repetition, with discipline, with awareness. How do you train your thoughts? Not once, not twice. Every day, just like brushing your teeth, just like going to the gym. You must create a daily routine of mental training that rewires your emotional response. Let me give you the 5-step practice that has helped thousands of people rebuild their emotional control. 1. Morning mental repetition. Wake up and say out loud, I am in control of how I respond. I don't need to react to everything. My peace is more important than proving a point. Even if you don't believe it yet, say it, because repetition changes your brain. Every time you repeat a thought, you're strengthening a neural pathway. And the stronger that pathway becomes, the faster your brain goes there automatically. You're building emotional muscle memory.